So inflation numbers came out this morning with moderate increases, about what was expected. But there was one figure that should worry everyone: a big 6% jump in overall energy costs for the month of February. And gasoline prices made up 40% of the increase in overall prices. So is it just a coincidence that the spike in energy prices comes with the new administration's reversal of Trump's America First energy plan? Let's bring in Steve Forbes, Forbes Media chairman. You know, it seems there is such a knee-jerk reaction on the part of this administration to just overturn everything the previous administration did, even if it was effective, Steve.
That's right. You particularly see it on fossil fuels, they call them, particularly oil and natural gas. We did become not only energy independent, but we had massive production capabilities. And we could do even more, especially exporting natural gas to places like Europe, which are still very heavily dependent on Russia. And instead, they're now moving to restrict and ban the drilling of oil and natural gas on federal lands and offshore, and put on a lot of regulations. You've already seen what they've done on pipelines to make sure even if you get the gas or oil, you can't transport it, which is a danger. And so the alternative energies, windmills do not run automobiles. Solar is very nice, but sometimes the sun doesn't rise up.
That's right. And
they use huge amount of resources to build those solar fields, and they are hugely expensive. So in terms of what the administration is doing, it is setting the stage for unnaturally high prices. And, David, with all those spending bills they have coming, we're going to get a bout of inflation. Yeah. And inflation is going to mean
we've already
seen
it in energy.
Oil and gas prices.
Absolutely, absolutely. But, you know, you also mentioned the dependency of the Europeans on Russian oil, because we won't be able to get our natural gas in there, LNG. But we may become dependent on the Russians and become dependent again on the oil sheiks, who, as we know, have treated us very badly in the past when we are dependent on them.
Well, there used to be a joke that God gave countries a lot of oil and gas, but he put them in with the most unstable, unfriendly governments in the world. Yeah. And that's one reason why it was so important, what the fracking revolution did, enabled us in a cost-effective way to find gas and oil in ways that experts said were not possible before in a cost-effective way. Huge advance technologically. So, yes, we're going to have a geopolitical change with governments like wonderful Iran being in the driver's seat again. Mm-hmm. Why would we want to go back to that?
Yeah, and by the way, one thing that we may see again in terms of repeats of what's happened before when we've done this, not only $5 gas, but also blackouts. I mean, this new infrastructure plan that they're going to be laying out, we've only seen little tidbits of it, but it's clear they're going to focus on their green energy plans. They want to completely rejigger our electrical grids. And as you mentioned, if you try to do that with renewables, with solar and windmills, you're in big trouble. We're going to see a repeat of what happened in Texas all over the country, right?
And in California. And another thing, David, that's coming along is, with this infrastructure bill, is they're going to want a big increase in the gasoline tax. So that's going to unnaturally raise the price of fuel. Watch out. Well, these people are just getting started.
It just shows you that there's more to these executive orders on pipelines and stopping drilling than the green energy. They've got a bigger agenda than that. And we put together just a little montage of President Biden and Vice President Harris talking about this. Roll tape.
We have an incredible opportunity to not just dig out of this crisis, but to fundamentally transform the country.
You ushered in a new day for America.
To change Georgia, to change America again.
A fundamental change in America. What do you think, Steve?
Well, it's going to be fundamentally going backwards. You know, windmills kill birds, but they also are 15th century technology, or 16th century, 500 years old. Hello, fracking is a modern technology. And so why would we want to go back to stuff that doesn't work? And so we're just gratuitously hurting ourselves. And in the change, yeah, going backwards. That's a change, but not the kind we really want.
Steve Forbes, good to see you, Steve. Thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you, David.